They say everything's bigger in Texas. Well, we're about to do one big thrift trip in San Antonio. New episodes every Sunday and Thursday, visiting a dozen of the city's best thrift stores and one very special estate sale of a local legend. It's the San Antonio Thrift Series. Well, howdy, we're still in San Antonio, Texas, thrifting, and guess what? We are at Maas Youth Alternatives Thrift Shop. Again. I actually came here yesterday because the hours were wrong on Google Maps. So yeah, I came by expecting to thrift yesterday, but they were closed. They are open for sure today. I'm here outside. The time is now, and they're only open for like another hour though. I just barely made it in time. We've been running all around town thrifting, so we're gonna have to hurry. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Let's go. Is that a hot dog in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Okay, those are pretty fun to look through. I pulled a few. They're only $1 a piece, but I do have a lot of graphic tees, so I'm like kind of picky. I'm basically like drawn to this blue color right now. These two. I wish the design from this one was on the ringer style here, but... And I like this Doomsday one. But the design's on the back, which I don't like as much. Let's go cruise around, see what else I can find. Gosh, everyone is having a lot of fun in this store. It's like a really chill and like fun atmosphere. I already like spotted a couple just nice things. I don't know if I'll get, but like you saw like that vintage yellow like satin blouse I already put back, but I also grabbed this one like right off the bat. This is 100% silk and it has this cute embroidery. This is like hot pink and black if you can't tell, so I'm not sure I would get wear out of it, but like somebody totally could rock this, and they only want $4 for it. I also had to grab this tee because my boyfriend loves the Minions. Like, he just is the biggest fan on the planet. So he probably would love this. Alright, if you haven't caught on yet, I am flipping my boyfriend shit just to see if he's watching any videos. Found this 100% cotton little sleeveless mock turtleneck. I think it's black and tan, not brown and brown, but I actually can't tell in the light in here, but it's cute. This little blouse with an embroidered, like almost zebra-y print. I think it's really cute. I think it'd be too small for me, but I wanted to show you. How many times have you heard me say those words? Like, oh, this would be too small for me, but I want to show you. By now you're on to me. I'm the worst. This is a cute skirt. I thrifted one a lot like it yesterday, so I'm gonna pass, but here's your happy hour pants. Look at that, that's wild. I gotta pull this on. Oh my god. Really soft and comfy. I wonder if I would wear this. $7, I think. I might think about it. Is that silly? I don't know. This cute little embroidered top. Couple of cute little vintage cardigans. That's so cute. I would definitely just like button this one up and wear it as a top. It could be cute over a little like lacy cami in the summer too, maybe, but yeah, this style's like perfect to wear as a top, I think. Alright, let's crush these dresses. You've pretty much seen everything in the store, especially as far as the clothing. I know I just kind of glanced over the housewares, but they do have that. I love it. I love it here. The pricing is like very reasonable. I probably wouldn't come here for a dress, but any other types of clothing I would shop. I think the t-shirts are fun, and I do kind of need to take a look at the accessories, and I'll let you know if I find anything. But then I think I'm ready to like make my final picks. I just got maybe 1 or 2 things that I might get, and then I will give you a little haul and like kind of a rundown of Roy Maas. Okay, this is Roy Maas. I love how my little tree is just sparkling back there. Alright, so that was the Roy Maas Youth Alternatives thrift store, or I've been just calling it Roy Maas, or they do RMYA for abbreviating it. That was a cool spot. I loved the vibe in there. I'm gonna break it down for you as far as like what my overall impression was of this store. And once again, or if you're just tuning into this series, I am rating all the thrift stores, but this is completely subjective for one, and for two, like take it with a grain of salt because it's just meant to be fun. It's meant to be a comparison of like all the different places that we're visiting in this series, and also any of these thrift stores I loved and I would go to again. So even the worst one on my list is still, in my opinion, probably in the top 10 thrift stores across the city of San Antonio. So they're all winners. Like, I rarely meet a thrift store I don't like, but I do want to give you a breakdown of what my impressions were based on this visit. The pricing at Roy Maas I thought looked really, really good. We saw right as we walked in, they have a dollar section, which was like a ton of different t-shirts. Then right away, I picked up a silk blouse, which they had only priced at $4. A lot of the jewelry was priced around $2 a piece. And then there was a mixture of items and tops that I picked up that looked like they could be a little bit all over the place. So not necessarily $4 per top, but that's about probably on the low side of what I saw. This is not a huge store, but even for its size, they were a little bit light on inventory, I would say. They didn't have a huge quantity of items to look through. And a lot of times that's a really good thing because you can just come in for a quick stop. It's easy to see what products are new. And I love visiting a thrift store like that regularly. If I lived in San Antonio, I could see me popping into Roy Maas a couple times a month and seeing what was new. But I also didn't leave with a ton of items because it wasn't very much. I had time to really dig through each piece in that store, and I still didn't leave with a lot of items. So I think the quality was just okay for what it was. It could have just been on that day, and again, personal preference. I found some things that I thought were really interesting, but the quality was like just maybe a little bit below average overall. Again, it's just in my opinion. But like I mentioned, since they didn't have a huge quantity and it wasn't packed in there, it made it pretty shoppable. And I also noticed that like there was a very good vibe in there. I could hear the staff talking with people who were shopping in there. There was a lot of laughter. I think I even mentioned in the store that like, wow, people are having like a really good time in this store. And the person who was working there was extremely friendly to me because I had a long interaction with her looking at stuff in the jewelry counter. And I felt really, really good shopping in there. And again, it's the type of place that I would really want to return to. And here's where I forgot to mention that their hours were kind of a problem. Do make sure you double check and maybe even call the store before you visit. I'd say, once again, this store is the type of place to make a quick stop. You can go in there and do a really quick thrift of pretty much that entire store, so that's awesome. I also think this is a place to go for t-shirts because they have that dollar t-shirt section. So if you're especially looking for like any kind of quirky t-shirts or just t-shirts that you maybe want to thrift flip, or even some basic plain t-shirts, they have that entire section for $1, and I actually ended up bringing home 2 t-shirts from that section. So I am gonna do a quick try on haul for you now, and as you know, we're doing one big styling video in the finale. I got this t-shirt. It says SNS Organic Produce, Chico, California. This is actually a nice little single stitch tee. I don't know if it's vintage or just like a repro made to look like that, but it definitely has that feel to it. It is very fitted, but I like to have a range of like fits for how my graphic tees fit, because I can layer them up differently with different looks. So this one would just be on the fitted side. I feel like I over-explained that, but you feel me. You get it. I got this tee, loving this blue color if you haven't noticed already, but I'm also a sucker for a ringer, so that's why I really wanted to try this one. I also did take home these earrings to give to a friend. Thanks again for thrifting with me at the Roy Maas Youth Alternatives thrift store. I'd love to know your thoughts based on what you saw in the video. What did you think of this thrift store? And did you see any really great pieces that you think I should have got? We do have more episodes coming up in this series. We still have 3 thrift stores to visit, which we're gonna do all in the next video. And then we're going to an estate sale of a local legend. And then of course we've also got the styling video coming up, and I also want to do a countdown video for you of the top 10 thrift stores in San Antonio. So lots more thrifting adventures to come. You can subscribe and turn on notifications if you want to stay in the loop for these episodes, and I'll see you again for the next one soon.